Crisis in the Middle East, a saga of human suffering and geopolitical tension. An Israeli strike in Rafah, Gaza, has resulted in a tragic loss of life, including 14 children among the 18 casualties. This escalating conflict, a grim dance between Israel and Hamas, has pushed the region to the brink of a full-blown humanitarian crisis. The spark that ignited this conflagration was an incursion by Hamas militants into Israel, leading to significant casualties on both sides. In response, Israel has not only launched retaliatory strikes but also instituted a blockade on Gaza. This has effectively severed the region's access to essential supplies, and the consequences are dire. The International Red Cross has raised an alarm, warning that hospitals in Gaza are on the verge of becoming morgues due to dwindling supplies. The blockade has left NGOs in a desperate scramble to deliver humanitarian aid. These organizations face significant challenges in procuring supplies and ensuring the safety of their personnel. Meanwhile, the Rafah crossing into Egypt, the only exit point for Gaza residents, remains closed. This has trapped approximately 2 million people within the conflict zone, with limited access to aid. Despite the rising death toll, which has surpassed 2,600 Palestinians, Israel's ambassador to the UK, Tzipi Hotovely, denies the existence of a humanitarian crisis. The world watches as the conflict escalates, with fears of an Israeli ground offensive and the potential for even further violence. The international community has not remained silent. The UK has pledged to increase aid to the Palestinian people, and the United States House of Representatives has passed a $26 billion aid package, including humanitarian assistance for Gaza. Yet, the question lingers: is it enough to alleviate the unfolding crisis? In summary, the recent Israeli strikes in Rafah have not only claimed lives, but also exacerbated a precarious situation in Gaza. This conflict, marked by a brutal cycle of violence and retaliation, has led to a humanitarian crisis that shows no signs of abating. As the world grapples with this reality, the hope for a peaceful resolution remains, albeit dimmed by the harsh realities of war. The unfolding crisis in Gaza is not just a regional issue, but a global one, highlighting the urgent need for diplomacy, humanitarian aid, and a ceasefire.